So this is a review of Band in a Box after utilising it for some 6 months. How do I feel about it? Well, it took me a little while to get a basic understanding of it. You can see it here on the screen. Here is the mixing section, and then there's all kinds of tools that you can use here. And at first, it was very confusing. But I did watch some videos on YouTube about getting started, and I must recommend Henry Clark as being the person to go to just figure out the basic functions of Band in a Box 2024. That's how I learned. It was he was very helpful in getting me started. In that 6 months, what have I been able to achieve? Let's have a look down here. This is my Reverb Nation page, and it is in fact full of songs largely created on Band in a Box during that 6 months. Let's have a listen to a little bit of some of what I've been able to achieve. I'll just play a couple of seconds of a few songs here. Oops. It seems to be only coming through one side.
They say the grass is greener on the other side.
Okay, that only came through one side of my headphones, and I'm not sure why that is. Okay, I think it's fine. Just wasn't plugged in properly there. So you can just hear there's some levels of complexity there I'm able to achieve with Band in a Box.
That's because it rains all night. They say you can run, but you can't hide. It's true, I don't know, because I
Forward to the chorus.
I went to Fonzie for advice. He told me Putsy was selling eyes. These are the days of our lives. Bold and beautiful lives.
Okay. I hope that wasn't distorting. Pretty much that whole production was built in Band in a Box, other than the trumpet, which I played on a toy keyboard, believe it or not. Let's have a listen to something else that was completely built within Band in a Box. The only thing I haven't done to date is actually record my vocals in Band in a Box, which you can do. And before I play anything more here, I think a common mistake that many beginning users make is to generate a whole, just type your chords in, generate the instruments that you want, and then move them across to a DAW and start building your arrangement from that point. I think that really denies you a lot of opportunity. It is better to keep your arrangement in the Band in a Box interface and work on it until it's running as smoothly and as happily as you want it to run, rather than trying to build the song in your DAW. I mean, there's different strokes for different folks, but if you really want all options available to you as you build your arrangement, and I think really a lot of people underestimate the power of the Band in a Box interface. Let's listen to something else here. I'll just skip through a couple of points of this song. I don't play the saxophone, so this song was really handy for me in Band in a Box.
All of this time I've been wandering around looking for someone who looks a little bit like you. Nobody do. Nobody do.
Okay, it's hard for me to forward the song on here without bringing up the... Oh, no, I can't quite get there. No. All right, so it's hard for me to skip through songs here. So I'm just going to continue on, play a couple of introductions to songs, and we'll... So look, that last song, really handy for me because I don't obviously play the saxophone. This song I rebuilt from an old arrangement that I had with the band some 30 years ago. Yeah. All right, I'm not going to bore you with too much more of this. So look, a whole bunch of songs here that I found increasingly easier to build in Band in a Box. Some of my early attempts less impressive, but I think I've refined my skills somewhat since I started. So I'll leave the link to this Reverb Nation page. It's free to come and listen to any of the songs that I've produced over that 6 months. There's a couple of songs in here that I didn't use Band in a Box for. I just used acoustic instruments and laid them down. So how do I feel about Band in a Box? I never want to be without it. For me, it is really changed the way that I build songs. It empowered me because Band in a Box features real musicians playing real instruments that you can manipulate into your songs. Can you release those songs and retain full copyright? The answer is yes. I believe PG Music, who produced Band in a Box, to be an ethical company. All the musicians that they use, I believe, would be compensated fairly for their contribution into the program. And let's just have another little listen to something else. Here's a song that I've never ventured really much into jazz, but Band in a Box has enabled me to really experiment with several different genres. So when I wrote this song, I didn't really think of it as a jazz song, but I became convinced
smooth jazz
by Band in a Box that this is the way to go.
around me now. I got something to tell y'all. Life plays the cruelest trick of all by making you love her a little more every day before she takes herself away. If you want to burn, you end up in an urn at a party as an ashtray. Life plays the cruelest trick of all.
So a little bit of dark humour going on in that song. Okay, so look, let's get out of this Reverb Nation page. I have to excuse my mouse. The batteries are nearly dead, so it's becoming harder and harder to control. I'll have to replace them. So Band in a Box. After 6 months, would I recommend it? 100,000% I would recommend it. Which version should you get? I started off with the cheapest option, the Pro version, and graduated up to the Ultra Pack because I quickly realised that I wanted every option available to me within my budget. What else can you get? You can get the audio file, which is pretty much the Ultra Pack, only the real tracks in there, played by the real musicians, instead of being compressed, you can uncompress them into full waves. So for me, that is not that important. How much space do you need on your computer if you download Band in a Box? You need a lot of space. I can't remember exactly how many gigabytes it is, but it took me on my laptop a good hour and a half to download it. I think it took something like 170 gigabytes. And that's why you can purchase Band in a Box on its own drive directly from PG Music, and they will send you a hard drive. You can, in the meantime, if you want to download it onto a computer, you can get started today by purchasing Band in a Box, and they will post out the drive to you anyway. So that's a good way to start. Band in a Box. I think some people have reservations about it because they feel like it's cheating somehow. I would say, no, I don't feel that way. I feel like it's a great songwriter's tool. And if you feel like it's cheating, then I would suggest that you should never use a keyboard to put strings into a song, because that's cheating. You should never, you know what I mean? Like, You shouldn't use effects. You shouldn't use, I don't know, various sounds that you can produce only through electronic means. At least this is real musicians playing real instruments. So if you're sort of on the fence and you'd like to, and you're exploring whether you should get Band in a Box, I'm going to say I think it's a great idea, and it's affordable too, because for the cost of one day in a high-end recording studio, that's what it cost me for Band in a Box. So that's pretty good value. And also Band in a Box allowed me to pay that that money off in 4 monthly installments, which made it even easier. So I just jumped straight into that. And if you're thinking about Band in a Box, stop thinking about it. Just do it. That's my recommendation. This has been my review. Thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button. The subscribe button below, and like this video, and go and buy Band in a Box. Bye for now.